Today is May 28th and it's about 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm sitting out on my deck and what you see in front of you is our compost bin. We bought it a couple of years ago and actually attempted for a couple of years to make compost, but not knowing exactly what we were doing, we kept adding to the bin, and so it never really made the nice rich compost that we were looking for. So this year, thanks to YouTube, I stopped adding things to my compost pile or my bin a few weeks ago. So we're just waiting for the compost to cook. Now, I'm not going to give you the whole chemical process because I really am not sure how to explain it. But we started out with some dirt and or compost from last year, and we added grass clippings and we added dried leaves, and then for weeks we put all our vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and tea bags, used tea bags, into the mix and wet it just a little, just to keep it damp. You don't want too much water or it will begin to rot, but you want enough water to help start that chemical process. And as it gets warm outside, then the compost gets warm inside and the chemical process begins. When that chemical process is finished, you have dark, rich, sweet smelling soil in your compost bin, and then you can dress your beds with that compost, or in this case we'll save the compost until the end of the season, and I will use it to get the beds ready to winter over, and it's a nice rich addition to the soil. So we bought this compost bin from Costco here in New Jersey a couple of years ago and paid approximately $100 for it, which was a good price based on what I had seen online. And now I realize that ideally we should have two bins, one that we are ready to use at the beginning of the season and one that's cooking during the season, so that you can always have fresh compost. So live and learn, and next year hopefully we'll have two. At any rate, I want to take you closer so that you can see what the compost looks like at this point. Now, it's pretty moist because it rained last night, and you can see that the matter is pretty well broken down. It's not easy to identify things in it at this point. I can see a few eggshell pieces, but pretty much, and a few twigs. But other than that, it is breaking down very nicely. It smells pretty good, and that's a good sign. It smells like rich earth. So I'm going to close the bin up, and I will rotate it, and a few days later I will rotate it again, and I will let you see the finished product. So this is my first tutorial, or my first video on compost. Talk to you later. This is another Try Craft Rule video.